Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel once again. Today we're doing a video how to trick your e-bike, and I'm with Brendan right here, which is epic, and we're going to be teaching you how to do 3 different tricks on the e-bike: the tuck no-hander, the tbog and the one-footed Euro table. So yeah, let's get into it. So you might be thinking that these tricks that I'm teaching you are super easy and that there's loads of videos teaching you how to do it already on YouTube, but that is for bikes that are quite normal, so like your BMX tuck no videos or your jump bike tuck no videos, and I don't really think anyone's done how to trick an e-bike yet, really. Tricks on e-bikes can feel quite a bit different because obviously the geometry is a lot different to whatever you normally ride. Also, you've got the factor of the added weight on the e-bikes, which gives the bike quite a completely different feel in the air compared to your jump bikes or BMXs. You know, they feel quite light and maneuverable in the air, whereas these feel like you have to sort of put more into doing what you want to do if you're doing tricks, and they also have a bit more stability in the air. So that is basically the point of this video, and we're going to jump into how to do the tuck no on this one. So the tuck no hander, obviously you're going to want to choose a jump that you're super comfortable on and that you you can jump it well before you want to start trying to do this tuck no hander. The first step I'd say to do is when you're going up the lip, you've got to make sure that you're not jumping it to land sort of perfectly 2 wheels, because most jumps obviously have a landing like this, and when you go for a tuck no, obviously your weight is completely different to jumping it. You're going to be sort of upright and like this, and it can happen that if you try and jump it normally and tuck, you might find that when you grab the bars back and put it down, you're nose diving quite heavily. So make sure you have your weight a little bit more backwards than you normally do, and that will make you be able to do the tuck a lot better than if you're trying to jump it straight and land 2 wheels. On an e-bike, I find that clamping with your knees isn't actually 100% necessary. When you do it on a jump bike or a BMX, you should sort of clamp your knees to the frame around here, because you'll be pulled up, your bars will be sort of in your waistline around here. Because the e-bike is so heavy, once you sort of pull it up, personally I find the tuck locks itself in without having to do much clamping of the knees, but that might be because I know how to tuck a jump bike, so this sort of comes a bit more naturally. So if you're learning, I encourage you to clamp your knees when you're doing the tuck. That will keep the bike extremely stable, it will keep the bars straight, allow you to do an epic tuck. One more thing that Brendan reminded me of, which is a really good idea, is that if you've never taken 2 hands off before, you can always do the exact tuck motion that you're going to want to do, but literally just take 1 hand off, you know, out really straight, start trying to do that with the other hand, even if it's just a small sort of off, and then just one time when you feel like you're a bit more comfortable, just take them off. You don't have to do this first go, obviously. Get bigger and better, and then eventually you'll be doing insane tuck nos, which is epic, and you'll look like a boss, because no one really does tricks on bikes like this. When you're doing the tuck, make sure you kind of break down the trick into bits in your brain rather than thinking of the trick as one motion. You jump, pull in and clamp, and then you're letting go, and then the third step is to grab the bars whilst it's still clamped into your leg, and then the fourth, push forwards and land back into the jump. Sometimes you can chuck the bars up and just assume that your body's going to catch it. I've done that before, and like my legs don't really realise that's what I wanted to do, so then I end up kind of doing a suicide and nearly dying, which isn't really what you want to do. So don't do that. Right, so that's the tuck no. We're now going to move on to Brendan, who's going to teach you how to do the toboggan, which is a super sick and stylish trick that you can do on the e-bikes.
So I'm going to be teaching you how to do the tbog. Fairly easy trick. First one, I'd say get used to the jump. Pick a fairly decent sized one, don't do it on a small little stupid jump, because you're not going to have that air time there. What you're going to want to do first is start taking one, or decide what hand you want to take off first. Start trying to touch the seat, so slap it like you're going to be, say you're taking your right hand off, so you're just going to start doing that as you're going over the jump, and then sort of take your one hand off, start turning the bars. So you've done taking your hand off, and then you're touching the seat, and then you're taking your hand off, turning the bars a little bit, and then full extension, grabbing the seat, turning the bars, and you'll be finding yourself doing a tbog. One thing I've just missed is quite a key fact that Lewi's just pointed out to me. Make sure you lean back, like over the, you want your bum quite far over the back wheel really. It will make you get balance. If you're back, you're going to be nice, leveled out, looking stylish. Also on the e-bikes, your seat's obviously going to be a lot higher than a jump bike or a BMX. Make sure you know where it is. Make sure you don't get caught, like obviously because your bum's going to be here. Like, imagine getting caught and just flopping, it's not going to be nice, is it? So make sure you're fully aware of it. And yeah, I think that concludes the tbog.
Right, so that was the toboggan from Brendan, which is sick, super nice trick and looks awesome. We're now going to move on to the one-footed Euro table. I'm actually not the best at these, so I'm just going to try and do my best to explain how you're meant to do it, and hopefully you can get it better than me. Basically, how you do this trick, you've got to know how to one foot quite well, and you've obviously got to know how to sort of tweak the bars, or at least do a bit of a table. And basically the motion is, if you don't know what a Euro table is, it's basically, I'm going to try and demonstrate on the bike here. A normal tabletop kind of goes like this, if you know what I mean, and then a Euro table is like the ones where they do that, sort of turn into the way the bike's leaning as well, which looks super stylish. Like a scrubby 1 foot Euro table is quite an epic thing to do. Basically you kind of want to do it all at the same time, I think. You got to turn your bars whatever way you feel comfortable with, and then you're also going to want to sort of lean your body into that way and make the bike actually turn as well, so it's a bit sideways. That's your Euro table dialed down. So if you just try and do that a couple of times first before taking your foot off, that'll get you used to how to sort of feel for the trick. Once you've done that and you've landed them good a few times, you're just going to want to start taking your foot off, kind of kick it out to the side, because that's what looks cooler than sort of forwards and stuff. You don't really see that your foot's coming off. It kind of feels more natural to go like a bit forwardsy, but try not to do that, and sort of lean the opposite way, if that makes sense. So like you look like that, it's super steezy, like that, so cool. And then just slam your foot back on. Make sure you're watching your pedals so you can spot your pedal, put your foot back on, and then spot your landing, land, roll off, hit the next jump, do a huge backflip and impress the whole crowd, which would be insane. That pretty much concludes this how to trick your e-bike video. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know that as well. I'm sure we can have a nice discussion about it in the comments. If you want me to do any other how-tos or just weird videos, let me know. I do read the comments. I have seen some of the stuff that you guys have been telling me to do, and I am planning to do some stuff like that soon. It's just the weather's like boiling, so it makes me not really want to do stuff for too long. That's why we're in the woods today, nice bit of shade. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.
I just wanna have some fun.